Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Chris and I'm here to actually show you an updated version of the media build version from Steven Wizard. So I hope you guys will enjoy. He has had some major updates on his builds of late, and I'm just going in and trying to update those for you guys and show you, since I like his build so much. So guys, sit back and let's have some fun. But before we begin, definitely want to give a quick shout out to all you guys that are subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you guys will be notified of any videos that come out. Like I said, I always try to do at least one or two a day. So thank you guys. Continue leaving comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, and definitely like the video. If this is your first time watching the video, I've got some great content. I do a lot of build reviews. Getting ready to stretch out a little bit further, and we're going to do some media box reviews. I've got one coming in the mail, and I'm going to keep that quiet until it comes in the mail and I do the review. So hope you guys will enjoy that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and do some how-tos as well. I've had a lot of questions as far as Kodi and setup and so on and so forth. So we're going to help you guys out with that. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely click on the link below and hit the subscription button. That way you guys will be notified of my videos, and also make sure you click on that bell too, because that is the notification to show you that I do have a new video out. But hopefully you guys will subscribe, because like I said, I got a lot of great things coming. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to take too much of your time on this Sunday morning, but the first thing you're going to do obviously is you're going to see a fresh 17.3 Kodi Krypton. Alright guys, so you're going to start out fresh, and we're going to first go up to the gearbox. We're going to go ahead and click enter. Then we're going to scroll to system settings, go ahead and click enter. Then we're going to scroll down to add-ons. You want to click to the right, and then you want to scroll down twice. My unknown sources is already turned on, but if it's not, I just turned it off. Let's say we turn it back on, and you'll get the warning pop up. If it's your first time, you definitely want to hit yes. So go ahead and click to the left and hit yes. And that allows you to download these builds. Okay, it allows for unknown sources to be downloaded. And so if you just want to do add-ons or the build or whatever, that will allow you to do so. If not, you won't be able to. And when you try to download something, you're going to end up having to change it anyway. So from there, we want to go ahead and click back once. Then we're going to scroll down to File Manager. Go ahead and click enter. Then we're going to scroll down to Add Source. All right, you want to go ahead and add source. And then you want to go ahead and click enter again. That's going to bring up your path there to where you can enter it, your URL path. So from here, you're going to type in just like I type in, okay, http:// Aries. Okay, we want to change, or I'm sorry, I am so sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's go back. It's repo.aries. So I do apologize about that, guys. So once again, it's http:// repo.aries, and then you want to change the character. So you want to go ahead and click the hyphen, and then go back to the alphabet, and then we're going to type in project.com. Now this is a little bit of a lengthy URL, so just make sure you're typing it in right. And then /magic. Okay, let me make sure I have it in there right as well. All right, so http:// repo.aries hyphen, remember not underscore, but hyphen project.com /magic. Looks correct. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. Then you're going to scroll down and go ahead and click enter. Normally I just name it whatever it is, but for today we're going to go ahead and name it something different. So I'm just going to name it Steven. Since it is a Steven build. All right. So once you've named it, you can name it whatever you want. If you want to name it Steven, that's fine. If you want to keep it as Magic, just go ahead and click OK twice. but for all intents and purposes, today it's going to be Steven, and then we're going to hit OK. And then once the name has changed there, you want to go ahead and hit OK again. And as you can see, we've got Steven in there. That's your URL source. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit backspace twice. Then we're going to scroll down to add-ons. We're going to go ahead and click enter. Then we're going to scroll up to the install box. Then we're going to install from zip file. So scroll down to see install from zip file. Then you're going to go ahead and click Steven or whatever you named it. Then scroll down once. Scroll down once again. Okay, and what we're looking for right now is we're looking for that add-on installed box. Okay, once it's done that, it'll be in the upper right-hand quadrant, just as I say that. There it is. So you can see it's updated. From here, once you got that, you want to go ahead and hit install from repository. It'll take you to this screen. Then go ahead and hit Aries project. Here you want to select program add-ons. Then you want to go ahead and click the Aries wizard. All right, I actually have already installed it, so you would click over here. This will say install for you guys. Go ahead and click enter. It's going to do its thing. Then you're going to, well, here, we'll just do it again. Let's go ahead and uninstall. So once again, you're going to go to program add-ons, Aries wizard, install. Okay, it has been installed, so we're going to go ahead and click enter. And then we're going to scroll over to open. So go ahead and click open. Okay, it's going to download the wizard for you. Doesn't take very long at all. And then all of a sudden it's going to go blank. All right, so don't fear. This is normal. And Aries wizard will pop up, I promise you, in a few seconds. So give it just a minute or so. There it is. All right, so if this is your first time into the wizard, there's a lot of different options here, but we want to click on the one that says Browse Builds. All right, so go ahead and click Enter. And then from here, you're going to scroll down, and as you can see really quickly, there is a lot of builds here, guys, other than Steven. So, you know, try these out, you know, if you get a chance. That's what I started doing. I started actually, when I had my Fire Stick for the first time, I actually started just downloading different builds, and then I'd do a fresh start, and then re-download another build, fresh start, download another build. You know, just getting used to the whole process of downloading builds. Once you get the hang of it, it's the same thing pretty much over and over again, except for maybe the URL, and that's the only thing that will change a lot of times. All right, so we're just going to scroll down until we see Steven. All right, so you're looking for Steven. There it is. If you're following along with me, and it is right now, if it's a current time, you know, it's going to be below Shanks and above Oblivion builds. Okay, so go ahead and click Steven, and then now we're going to look for the one that is the media build. All right, so it's right there. All right, this is, if you click on enter, it's 294 megabytes, and it's the version 2.0. All right, so it is a little bit of a heavier build than normal. Should still work with your Fire Stick fairly well. All right, guys. But we want to go ahead and click install, and then we want to hit proceed. Okay, and then we're going to give it a second here to download. Okay, depending on how fast your internet speed is, this could take a little bit. If mine, well, actually mine's pretty fast, so if you guys get lagged behind me, just pause my video until yours gets caught up, okay, guys? So while we have a few moments here, make sure you click on the subscription box and click the little bell. That way you guys are notified of any of the new videos. I would love to have you guys on our channel. Yes, this is our channel. I don't really consider it mine. I do this for you guys because I remember what it was like when I first had my Amazon Fire Stick delivered to me. It was jailbroken, and fortunately it was jailbroken by my brother, so I didn't have to pay an exorbitant fee to get that. But I will recommend you guys, if you get a Fire Stick, all right, don't get a Fire Stick that has already been jailbroken, okay? Because you guys can follow along on YouTube videos, and I promise you it's super, super simple. We have a lot of great people out there doing these videos, and they'll walk you through actually jailbreaking your Amazon Fire Stick. Now, I will tell you, it's not really. It sounds so illegal, but it's really not. You know, when you're jailbreaking, all that means is you're basically downloading Kodi. You download two different types of things. You download a downloader, which downloads Kodi, and then once you have Kodi, then you can follow along with any of our videos here, and they will show you how to actually do that from a fresh Kodi 17.3 Krypton. All right. So as of right now, 17.3 is the most updated version. There are some versions of 18 out there, the Leia version, or Leah, however you want to pronounce it. Those are still a little bit unstable as of right now. So if you're feeling froggy and you want to try it, there are a few developers that have created 18 versions. I know Steven has. He has, if you look at his actual website, he actually, or if you look at his wizard, I should say, he has a few on there that he's developed. But it's, like I said, those are betas and they're in testing. So I would hold off for now because it's a very unstable version. All right. But eventually we'll get there. It seems like every time I turn around, we're updating Kodi. So make sure you guys leave comments. Tell me what you think. I tried to be a little less long-winded in my intro today. I think today I might actually, which you obviously are going to see later, but I may leave my video out just to see where that goes. So if you like my videos without the intro, let me know. If you like the videos with the intro, just say, hey, I love the intro, it looks good, keep it. So I kind of want to get a judge of whether I want to keep it or not, because it's unfortunately I could not adjust the volume on it, so it tends to be a little bit louder. And then I've got a great mic. I've had several people tell me they can't hear me, but honestly, I mean, this mic is one of the best. It's a Samsung Meteor mic. You know, I mean, I probably could upgrade to something a little bit better, but I mean, this is one of the best out there. So if you know, if the video intro is too loud and you all definitely would love to see me without it, this is your chance. Okay, you know, I'll take as much criticism as I can, because honestly, I'm doing these videos for you guys. Okay. And really, when it all comes down to it, it is about showing you guys these builds and how to download them. So thank you guys so much for subscribing, those that have subscribed. And if you haven't, once again, click on the subscription there button, the subscribe button. And I would love to have you join us. We've got a lot of great things on here, a lot of great build reviews. I try to be as thorough as I can with you guys, and I'm real, so that's what it's all about. So thank you guys, and I'm going to shut up for just 5 seconds here so that we can let this thing extract, and then I'll resume talking here in a second. Okay, guys, we're getting down to the end here. And as soon as it extracts, it's going to ask us 3 questions, and then we're going to be ready. So, like I said, if mine has beaten yours and downloaded faster, just put my video on pause until your all's is ready to go. Okay. Okay, we're just waiting on the first pop-up. Is just going to ask us if we want to duplicate the skin or back up the skin, and then obviously you want to hit no. Next thing is going to ask if you want to enter our free competition, and you want to hit no. And then it's going to ask you or tell you that it needs to be closed, or your Kodi needs to be closed. Okay, so just go ahead and click OK. And I will tell you ahead of time, just from previous experience, if it does tell you at any given time that you need to pull the plug from the unit, please do so, because if you don't, you try to just close it out regularly, the build's just not going to upload. Okay, so when you try to pull it up, it's just not going to load. All right, so do as it says. But I know a lot of the Aries Wizard builds, they don't require it. They ask those the 2 questions, and then they will tell you that you need to force close, and it always ends up back to your main screen. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and click on Kodi. Once again, as you can see, it's a 17.3 Krypton. Okay, we're going to give it a second to load here. There it is. All right, so as you can see, it's an Eon Nox skin, meaning the menu's down at the bottom. All right, and he has definitely updated the fan art on here, so right off the bat, it looks great. He's added white devil streams in here, so that's pretty cool. This basically is just a pop-up to let you know about white devil streams. You can go ahead and hit remind later or OK. You definitely want to let the skin shortcuts download, okay, because that is building the menu. So always make sure you give it enough time to download, okay, because if the skins won't download, then the build's not going to work. All right, so this is an attractive build, very sharp looking. All right, I believe we're ready to go. We've got our widget up there. So we're going to go ahead and scroll through the menu first. There's TV shows, TV sports, 4K 3D. You've got your music. You've got apps, system, power, and then you got your hub, and then movies. All right. So quickly we can see if you go to movies, you can scroll up and the little widget there will scroll you through the movies. All right, these are some of the most popular out right now, or the best quality videos. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I love the widget like that. That's pretty awesome because it gives you a chance to look at the fan art, which is really cool. All right, so if we scroll to the left, that's going to take us back down to the main menu. From here, we can go ahead and click enter, select movies. All right, this takes you to the Elysium website or add-on. Okay, and you get all these different options. Okay, there's your search button or search option. So if we want to say we want to go into any of these, this Elysium or Elysium, however you pronounce it, actually has some great menus here. All right, you could go into trending, and these are going to be your most popular. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So it doesn't look like it's going to actually pull up trending. But let's go into new movies and see if that pulls up. And it does. So these are your new movies right now. Once again, these are the top trending movies. And these are either going to be here because one, everybody's viewing them, or two, they're the best copies right now of the newer movies. All right. So if you just hit backspace, it's going to take you back to the menu items there, and then, like I said, you can go into Marvel Universe if you guys are big Marvel fans. We'll go ahead and load that for you guys. Okay, there you go. You got your Marvel movies. Pretty awesome. All right, so we'll go ahead and click backspace. That's going to take us back to the Elysium menu, and you've got Disney Collection. You got a bunch of different things that you can actually look into. But we're going to go back to the main menu, and as you can see, if you scroll down, you've got Elysium, Specto, Exodus, FlixNet, Reborn movies, Showbox movies, and Pyramid movies. All different add-ons that you can pull the movies from. All right. So now we're going to scroll back up, and we're going to go back to the main menu. We're going to go to TV shows. All right. Once again, this is the main thing. Same thing. You want to click up, and there's your widgets. Very attractive. I love that you can see all the fan art. That's like one of my favorite things. So this is a really tight little widget. I love it. All right, so you can choose any of these movies if you want. If you want to hit left, it's going to take you back down to the main menu. Click enter. And we're back to the TV show section of Elysium. All right, so you can pull them up this way as well. Let's say we wanted to go into Lethal Weapon, check it out. There's your season 1 and 2. I didn't even realize there was a season 2. But there's all your, excuse me, there's all your episodes for that series or for that season. All right. So you want to click left again, or backspace, excuse me, not left. Okay, and that'll take you back out. Once again, you can pull up the TV shows via any number of these add-ons. All right, so scroll back up, and we're going to go to TV Sports. Okay, right off the bat, you got Sports Devil, Rock Crusher TV, Live Premiership, FTFA TV. If you click enter on TV Sports, you have several options here on live links. If you go to your UK TV, all right, here's all the options that you have right now for live viewing of UK TV. As you can see, there is a lot, all right? For those of you all that are in UK, you guys can actually go to USA TV and check it out. And there's a list of all the TV shows that you can pull up via your USA live TV shows. All right, so you got a lot, guys. Hit backspace. And then you also have World TV, Sports, Sky Movies, Movies. If you go into Sports, looky here, guys. This is all your sports live TV options. All right, so there's a lot there. If you're into the live movie or live movies, live TV. So, and then you also have the add-ons here as well that you can try for live TV. All right, I use Sports Devil a lot. Very, very reliable. All right, so we want to switch over to 4K 3D. Scroll up, and then you can pull any number of these movies up by selecting the widget. All right, so that's pretty awesome. And scroll back down, and then you also have your add-ons that you can pull any of these movies off of, and they will be either 4K or 3D if you have the capability of viewing those on your TV. All right, so next thing we want to scroll over, and you got music. You scroll up with your widgets, you can see at the very top left-hand corner there, you've got top 50 artists and albums. And there's your links to some of the major artists out right now. So that's pretty cool. Scroll back down, click on music. Okay, you can search. This is the Karma add-on. You can search by albums, artist, or do a search. So that's cool. If you scroll down, you've got your add-ons here, Beats by Stream Army, Top 40 Charts. Scroll back up, that takes you to the main menu. All right. Now the next menu item is Apps. All right, so we can click on Video Add-ons, and you can look at all the different video add-ons that are added into this build. Now the one thing about Steven Wizard's builds, Steven does a good job of just putting the right amount of add-ons in there. It's not over exorbitant, because there's really, honestly, you'll find that if you're new to this and you start watching these builds or looking through these builds, you're not going to use probably 75 to 80% of the build. You're just not. You're going to find, like me, I'm a big Exodus fan, so usually if I'm watching movies or TV shows, that's the first place I go. And then a lot of these other add-ons are pretty much mirror images of each other. Okay, so that's why you just don't use a lot of them. Now, if you're into gaming and things like that, you may use a lot more add-ons because there are emulators, there's APK files, things like that that you may use within a build. Okay, but anyway, so that's your video add-ons. Okay, so if you want to add a source, we'll show you where the file manager is here in a second. But this right here, add-on browser, that's where you would actually install from zip file and install from repository, okay, once you've added your URL. So just remember that's under apps. You've got your program add-ons. Let's take a look at that. All right, you got Exodus, Genesis Reborn. Okay, you've got a lot of stuff here, okay. So we'll go ahead and hit back. All right, then you've got your system. There's your file manager. So let's say you found a URL, an adult video add-on that you want to add on. All right, you would go to File Manager. You're going to scroll down to Add Source. Click Enter. Enter. Then you're going to type in your URL. Remember, it has to be exactly like what you see. Then you're going to hit Done. All right, then you're going to go ahead and hit back, then go over to apps, and then add-on browser. And then like I showed you already, there's your install from zip file. If you need to install from repository, it's there as well. All right, so that hopefully will help you guys out there. You can also click the power off on the build there. There's your add-ons. If you want to go back in add-ons, you can look at video or profile or program. There's your skin settings. If you click on that, you can kind of move it around here and change however you want to change it. Like I said, this is an Ian Knox Silvo skin. So there's a lot of options within these builds, guys, that you can make it your own, okay? Or try to make it your own. All right. And then you have your power button, okay? Now, one last thing. This is the hub menu. I saved this for last because this is going to be what you add to this. This is all stuff that you can add to the hub. All right, so if you want to make it a quick experience and there's favorite movies that you all want to add or favorite TV shows, this is where you're going to do it, okay? So if you click on hub, it's going to give you a list of items here. All right, that has the movie database. All right, or there's Track TV or channels, YouTube. So I would recommend going in to all movies, the very top one. Okay, and here's your movie database. All right, there's all kinds of movies in here. Okay, if you click to the left and then click Enter, here's your TV shows. All right, so all kinds of TV shows that you can look at there. All right, click to the left, click Enter, and then we can go back to movies. Okay, now I want to show you how this works, guys. So let's say you love Transformers The Last Night, all right, and you want to add that to your library. All right, you're going to go ahead and depending on what type of remote or keyboard or whatever you have, you want to long press select button. All right, you can actually play the video from there if you do. Apparently there's an error with metallics. Okay, so it may not actually allow us to do that through metallics, but let's try it again here. Okay, so there apparently is and this is my first look at this, so I do apologize, guys. I'm sure Steven is aware that he's having metallics issues. I think he even said that he was. But you can go ahead and long select that, and then you can add to library. All right, so it actually added it to the library. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch back to TV shows. All right, let's say we want to add the Walking Dead series. Go ahead and long press the select button. You can either play first episode, add to library, or watch the trailer. We're going to go ahead and add to library. All right, and then you want to hit backspace, backspace. Okay, that's going to take you out to the hub. And then we're going to scroll down to movies. Go ahead and click enter. Now there has already been a few added in here just so he can show you how it works. Steven has done that. But as you can see, there's Transformers The Last Night. Now I will tell you right now, I don't believe there is a copy for that just yet. So they've got the art and everything showing. There may be some cam views of it, but it's not going to be a great quality right now. Usually couple months into the movie, when it's been out a while, you'll start getting a little bit better copies. But it does tell you about the runtime and who's the directed by and the genre and so on and so forth, and it gives you a synopsis of the movie itself. All right, so once again, that's how you add to your library. All right, scroll down, and then you can go over to TV shows. Click enter. Keep in mind these are a couple that's already been added on there, but you can go down to Walking Dead. Click enter. Click enter, and there is the episodes of season 1, season 2, and you got all the episodes, guys. So pretty cool. So this is, like I said, a quick way of actually going in and selecting movies if you like those movies and you watch them over and over again. Or like my son is a Power Ranger freak, so he has probably watched that Power Ranger movie 1,000 times because it is a good quality movie. So that would be beneficial for me to actually go in and add that movie so I don't have to search for it every time. I know where it's at. I can go into my hub. I can pull my movies up, and I can actually select Power Rangers, and bam, it'll go right to the movie. Okay? So you can also click Next Aired. All right, and this is going to show you when these episodes are. It gives you kind of an indication. So it says next episode. It tells you which episode it is and what the name of the episode is. And then it also tells you what the last episode is. And it says it airs at 1:45 p.m. and it looks like on Sunday. All right, so you can see it highlighted on Sunday. So this is a good way of keeping up with your aired TV shows. All right, guys. You can also go in, and if you add movies that have like a collection of more than one movie, it will automatically store it into the movie sets section of the hub. All right, so like if you go into that, you'll see John Wick had more than one movie, so it was automatically added in there. All right, so you can do that. Any movie that has sequels to it, you can actually go ahead and do that. All right, so I think that pretty much covers the build. The fan art looks amazing. It's very simplistic, very easy to maneuver. If you're new, this is a great build for you guys because it's not that extravagant to where you're going to get lost. But I definitely recommend trying any build out. If you see something you like, go for it. If it's sluggish and it just doesn't work right because maybe you have an Amazon Fire Stick that doesn't have the capability of running larger builds, try something different. You can just hit fresh start and then do it again. Okay, guys? All right, so one other thing I do want to show you real quick. If you go into System, all right, and then you go into Add-ons, go to My Add-ons, scroll down to Program Add-ons, click Aries Wizard, then Open. All right, we're going to give that a second to pull up. Once again, it's like when we first initially, I told you not to worry about it. Aries Wizards is always slow actually coming up. So we're going to give it a second here. And what I want to show you is actually, if you do not like this build, we can always go back in and change it. So let's say we wanted to, and it is popped up yet. So you go into Browse Builds, and let's say you want to try something different than a Steven Wizard build. All right, Durex is a really good build, but it's a large build. You would click Enter there, click the one that you want, which this one would be the Durex build for Kodi Krypton 17.3 if you have Kodi Krypton. All right, and instead of hitting Install like we normally would, you want to hit Fresh Start. It's going to wipe Steven's builds out, and then it will automatically install for you guys. So it's going to take out the previous build, and then it's going to put this build on there. You just don't want to hit Install, okay? Because if you do that, it's not going to work. You're going to have to delete the build that's on there now, and then hit Install, or it'll automatically install for you. So I wanted to show you guys that in case you guys do not like this build. You can try different things, but definitely try this build out. Give it a little bit of time because it's got just enough add-ons to where it's a great build. And I really like it. I love the fan art. I love the little widget there. To me, that's awesome. All right, because it does show the fan art there. And these are the newest updated movies. Okay, guys? So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. We might try to do another build today, our build review today, later on. So just kind of keep your eyes out for that. And once again, if you haven't clicked the notification button, click the notification button, which is the bell. That way you guys will be notified when I have a new video come out. All right, guys? So enjoy your guys' day. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next go-around. Thank you, guys.